Alrighty, last one, you saw how to put this tape on. Make some of these up before you go with my Polaris Flies tubes. 28 gauge wire, because this one's a little loose. That's a 1/8 inch mandrel. Doesn't matter what type you use, tube or mandrel or whatever, sooner or later it's going to want to. Tubes are extruded so fast, you're going to get some that won't sit tight. And if you don't put that wire under there, you go to put your thread on, it's going to spin right off. I'll show you why. One reason fly tying tubes haven't caught on here, because the manufacturers don't tell you. That's what's going to happen. And you don't want to hold it the whole time. So you take your wire, get that in there, slide that up. Always leave just a little gap in there so you can get your thumb in there and pull it out if it gets real tight on you. And you can either, if you don't have the Norvise tube tying, you can wrap that up. And if you got the Norvise tube tying attachment, just spin her on up. Now, we are going to use a little floating head. This is dark blue Polaris Flies shark skin, iridescent, pearlescent. I ain't decided what that is. It kind of got me scratching my head with my foot because it looks like it's got a little bit of each. And we're going to make us a little baby rainbow. We got that little sparkle belly there. Now, there's a floating head. This would be good for pike. This would be good for walleye. This would be good for perch. This would be good for bass, brown trout, rainbow trout. Oh yeah, rainbow trout, real cannibalistic. Now you can see right here how that's squared. Pull on those a little bit, each way. That's all you got to do. Cut that off and pull that over like that. We're going to get that right there, real loose. Now I'm going to tighten it up. 1, 2, 3. Give you one more. Pull this back like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. .28 gauge wire. Real nifty little trick there. And if I wanted to use one of my big 3/32 inch tube on there, if you want to take a 3/32 inch tube, get one of my weed guards put on there. You can see that in other videos. Use a little imagination, figure things out. Pull that way. Here again, same thing. All we're doing is making it so it don't look like you just cut it and put it right in there. It's going to be a rather big one. I'm going to tie this one up. There's no naturally occurring rainbow north of the Alaska Range. Everything you find up there is going to be stocked. But I'll tell you what, those old pike up there and sheefish, they don't know that, and they'll eat it. They got a few months to eat and they're hungry. Same with lake trout. And it's a nice and pretty little color. There you go with that. Now we're going to go with this right here. Whip finish. Here again, here's my foam. I'm going to take that on there. I want that to sit right there. So I'm going to get me just a little bead on here, because I don't trust that 3M high-tack stick-em tape that these manufacturers put underneath stuff. Because the 3M manufacturers I've talked to on the phone, the representatives, and they told me it is not water-based. I mean, it's not water-resistant totally. There you go. See how I got that stuck right there? Hold your mandrel and your tube, pull that off. Now, all these foams I like to catch little bit on that tube and go from whatever covering I put on there, whether it be just simple mylar or whatever, my crock hide, my laser skin. Come back, squeeze it together just a little bit, and the Caesar up. This one here we're going to put rattle eyes on again. Give it a little contrast yellow. Big eyes. Give them a target. They got that shiny belly. Let's give them a target of the eyes also. Another good thing with tubes, lasts longer. Your hook can be smaller. That old pike striper, heck, even if a old bluefish grabs a hold of that, your hook's going to be back here, and this is going to slide up. That's going to be your line. This is going to be going up there, and it's going to be getting out the way. Now also with these turbulator bodies, that right there, that water's going to hit that, and that's going to act like a rudder. And you pull that, she's going to want to spin a little bit. Less so with this floating head, but she'll still want to pull, because that hydraulic force of that water is going to force that down. She's going to want to go like that underwater. And that little fine hair ain't going to catch on that hook too much. Plus, when you're casting, it can spin. It won't windmill, because it's not attached to the line like the hook. And oh my goodness, don't that shine? Don't you think that's going to shine halfway across any of that murky old black water down there in the south even? Hee-wee. Now you might think that's bushy, but that water's going to come across like that and push it down. She'll spring up, kind of like marabou. Not as good, she won't fluff around. You want to put marabou on there? Well, put marabou on there. Be creative. Have fun tying and fishing. Whatever you do. Ooh, look at that. See all them little bellies look just like fish scale. Can't see it in the monitor, but I can see it there looking at it. All colors of the rainbow on there. Same with that head. It's going to shine. And those eyes, they're going to rattle. And you're going to rock and roll them fish. And it's going to turbulate if you want to spin that over and strip it real fast. Have fun tying or fishing. Bye.